Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. May our homage to our teacher Bhante. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, let's begin our Dhamma discussion. Um, these days we were learning about which meditation, friends? What was the last meditation we learned? What was it about?
Full awareness.
Yeah, full awareness. Can somebody tell me if you remember Pali?
Sampajana.
Sampajana. Yes. And by Sampajana, what do we do? Do you remember I combined another concept with that meditation?
Wisdom.
Exactly, wisdom. We learned by Sampajana, we develop wisdom. Okay, next question. What is wisdom?
Knowledge of awakening.
A knowledge of awakening. Do you remember that I gave a definition like this? The ability to, actually it is not mine, but Buddha gave that. The ability to know what is good and what is bad, what is skillful, what is unskillful. Is there someone who remember the simile? There was a beautiful simile about wisdom we learned.
Bante
Yeah. Sorry?
Bante was the one. I have the bucket full of rice. The sutta. That's not it, is it?
Do you remember when the room is dark, a man is taking a candlelight and enters to the dark room. And what happens when there is light on one's hand? Every place will be visible. Do you remember such a simile? And then here in this simile, what is darkness? What is light?
The bad and the good.
Yeah, wisdom is the light. You direct your wisdom to the dark room, or no, to your life. You direct the light, and then all the ignorance existed in the life will be vanished when you focus your wisdom. Now there is this problem of distracted thoughts. Now we need to let go the distracted thoughts. Okay. Now what helps us to let go the distracted thought is this wisdom. Okay, friends? Now we focus our light of wisdom into these distracted thoughts, and then they will naturally fade away, easily fade away. Now here the ignorance is, we keep holding, we attach to the thoughts. Okay, friends? Whether it's anger or any other jealousy, ill will, whatever the hindrances, we keep attaching to them. Then we put our wisdom over it and then we can eliminate that. Now, how should we see, how should we look at these distracted thoughts with wisdom?
Unwholesome?
Yeah, very good. Unwholesome. What are the other ways that we learned so far when these thoughts arises? Should we see them as permanent?
They're impermanent. We should acknowledge them and dismiss them.
Yeah, we see them as impermanence. Then we are bringing this light, and then we are leaving and we are removing all these distracted thoughts. And what happens with that is naturally we reach to the awakening. Okay, so then in the awakening we understood that there is no this there is no jealousiness. Our mind is free. Another question, say, one's mind is calm. Let's say one's mind is pure. Okay, now one's mind is so much pure. How do you define pureness of the heart? Let's say our heart is pure. Are there any bad thoughts in a pure heart? No. Let's say heart is pure. Now, are there angry thoughts in that heart?
No.
What do you think? No. Then what does that heart holds? What sort of things there are in that heart?
Wholesome thoughts.
Wholesome thoughts, compassion, loving kindness, generosity, helping and loving others, and protecting beings. These are good thoughts. That's a pure heart. And my friends, when we develop mindfulness, gradually when we develop mindfulness, what happens to our heart? Will that gonna be defiled and soiled, and will that gonna be so much distracted?
No.
Or the other way?
Yes. The other
Yeah,
way.
the other way. It will be more and more pure. Okay.
Yeah.
So with the mindfulness, we get a pure heart. What happens if after we practice our meditations, if we get so much anger? Was that practice went well? No. Then what should we feel? If we successfully meditated, if we successfully attained our mindfulness, what we should feel?
Pleasure.
Joy?
We should feel more and more kindness to others. We should feel more and more compassion to others. We should feel more and more forgiveness at others. Okay, friends? Do you get this idea? Yeah, there is one side, there is a pure heart. From in the other side, there is an impure heart. Okay? Now, if you were to speak something with a pure heart, what sort of a action, what sort of a speech we will do? A hurting action by our speech, or helpful action by our speech?
Helpful and pleasant
Yeah,
action.
let's say somebody's heart is so much pure and filled with loving kindness. Do they yell at others?
No.
No. Do they hurt others by their words?
No.
No. If they were to do any action by their body, what do you think? They commit any evil action, like
No, it would
hurting,
be an action of kindness.
yeah, like bump into others, pulling their ears. Do they do like such a thing? No. Why? Because heart is filled of loving kindness. Well, out of love, somebody can do that. I mean, like, not to hurt. Okay? Now, this heart, now mind, when it is pure, Buddha say, all our actions led by that purity will bring ourselves happiness and also the others happy. Okay? Now, how about the other side? The impure heart, what would be the word that if we speak with an impure heart, let's suppose there is an angry thought. If we were to talk something, what will be the action by our speech? What kind of a thing that we would do?
Unwholesome?
Yeah, unwholesome, like
Hatred,
we might think of
jealousy.
deceiving others. We might try to hurt others by speech, or perhaps we might not very careful with selecting words because we are led by, motivated by angry thoughts, angry mind. How about the actions by the body, what they will do? They will do kind of a bad action. Can we harm a living being with loving kindness? Cut off their life? Like, can we do that with loving kindness?
No.
Oh, you are so sweet. I will kill you. No, we can't do that. But when there is anger, hatred, we will do that. Anyone, like somebody can do that. Okay. So because of uh, defiled mind, beings do bad actions. Because of pure mind, beings do good actions. Now, what are the how can we know our own purity and impurity? How can we know? This is the biggest problem of the mankind. What is pure, what is impure? Do you remember I have been sharing this story many times with my friends? One day, one of my friends said, a person that I met, he said, "Oh, it is okay to kill a ant." I asked why. Why is it okay to kill an ant? And he said, because they don't have a brain. It's okay, you can kill. Because they are very small, you can kill the being. I said, how do you know? It doesn't have a brain. And he said, it's okay. It is because it is very small in the shape. It's very small in the size. It's okay to kill the ant. And then I asked, so what happens if you try to kill the ant? Does that ant tells you, please kill me, I'm very little, please put something on me and then kill me? Does that ant says that? Is that ant so happy facing death? No. The ant will beg and ask for the life and try to escape from that place and run away. And if we block, it will react with fear and try to escape. Now, when we look like that, how the way that they feel, we can bring up compassion to our heart and we can stop that killing being. But now this person said the good thing is to kill a living being. Good thing is to kill that ant. Okay. Now that is how he perceived that his action. Okay. Now this is how I perceived my action. Okay. I said, no, you should not kill. Okay.
Bunty,
Yes.
what if it's a situation where, like, there's termites or insects that will infect you with malaria or something like that.
Yeah, if there is a place that they can inhabit and they can nurture, we can avoid before they lay the eggs. Like we find the root cause why that these beings like the ants will come to that place.
Mhm.
Sometimes I have spotted in some of the hotels in some countries, I have seen that they put this water in the legs of the tables so that the ants cannot jump in the water and hang on the food table. So it's just an example so that they can block their way. The ants won't grow and spread all over the house. Sometimes in some of the rooms I have seen in monasteries, they put a long oil, some kind of an oil border all around this room so that the ant won't enter to the room so that the person won't will not kill that ant to stop because killing the ants cannot stop the ants. Ant or anyone like I mean like any animal if we want to stop can we stop that? I mean like killing? No.
Thank you, Bunty.
What do you think?
I guess I still like I'm thinking of all sorts of circumstances. Like I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to kill an animal, but if you're attacked by a lion or something or a
Oh yeah,
bear,
that's imagination.
right?
That
That's
well,
true.
don't Buddha say don't go if you know a place where there is an elephant, a tiger, a lion, and also evil like robbers, thieves. If you see them and if you hear about them somewhere they are living,
Yeah,
don't go that road. Skip
right.
that path while you go to the alms round. There is in a sutta. Isn't that amazing? Like Buddha said
We
that
think of
even that
everything.
one. Yeah, Buddha said even that one, you should avoid those uh, places because sometimes oh, it will go out of our topic. Uh, but yeah, I normally say to imagine like children ask from me when I'm telling them about killings and avoiding that. So the young children ask, now suppose your friend is in such a moment and you gotta save that your friend. How do you do that? I say that don't take your friend to such places and don't associate with bad friends because the imagining of the mind can create more and more things and
Mhm.
we don't live forever. The time that we live should be we should protect our life and our heart until the time that we live because we cannot stop evil things in the world. People fighting, people arguing, people debating, quarreling, clashing, over the years, in the centuries in the past, people were fighting. And I don't know, it is a problem with the sense pleasures, like we studied in the suttas. In order to share the sense pleasures, people fight. Have you found someone who fight because of the meditations? No, I want to meditate. I want to be mindful. Have you seen people fighting for that? No,
No.
because sensual pleasures distract the mind. Mm, Because of losing the mindfulness, beings fight. And yeah, okay. Yeah, let's go back to this discussion about good thing and the bad thing. Now, when the mind is peaceful, when we develop breathing meditation, posture meditation, what can you guess what happens to our mind? Will that gonna be, I mean, for a successful meditator, will that mind gonna be peaceful or distracted? If they were to be succeeded with the mindfulness training, after doing breathing or posture meditation, if their mind is successfully entered to the peace and stillness, uh, what happens to their actions?
They wouldn't
Actions
do.
peaceful.
Their actions will be
Peaceful.
peaceful, beneficial, skillful, and
Mhm.
good. Can you put this definition that uh, for a mindful person that they will have like skillful actions?
Yes.
Do you believe that a
Yes.
mindful person have skillful actions? Okay, I
Yeah.
think you come to this idea, and now it is right time to share the sutta. Okay, friends. This is very interesting, sutta. You love this one. The thief of scent. On one occasion, a certain bhikkhu was dwelling among the Kosalans in a certain woodland thicket. Now, on that occasion, when he had returned from his alms round, after his meal, that bhikkhu used to descend into a pond and sniff a red lotus. Okay. Then the Devata that inhabited that woodland thicket, Devata means the deity, having compassion for that bhikkhu, desiring his good, desiring to stir up a sense of urgency in him, approach him and address him in verse. Okay. Now there was a monk. I think you got it. Let's go to the next part. When you sniff, now the deity say this. When you sniff this lotus flower, an item that has not been given, this one factor of theft. This is one factor of theft. You, dear sir, are a thief of scent. Now, because you took this lotus flower, nobody given you, now you dragged it and you sniffed and you took the fragrance. Now the deity say, you are a thief now. You stole the fragrance out from the lotus flower. And this discussion is really interesting. Now this monk say, I do not take, I do not damage. I sniff the lotus from afar. So for what reason do you say that I'm a thief of scent? Well, I didn't break that. I didn't take that. I didn't put it in my pocket. I just took this fragrance and I just wanted to smell that. So why do you say that I'm a thief? Should you say I'm a thief? Now, what is the Deva's idea? Is that the Deva, this deity wanted this monk to get the sense of urgency. Sense of urgency, we talk that it is a devotion to the practice. That's this deity's idea, the deity's goal. And now, monk again say, one who digs up the lotus stalks, one who damages the flowers, one of such rough behavior, why is he not spoken to? Why you don't go and tell the people who are breaking the lotuses and digging up the lotuses and breaking them, damaging them? Why don't you go and tell them that you should not steal? But why me? Why you always me? Now he said that. And then the deity said, when a person is rough and fierce, badly soiled like a nursing cloth, I have nothing to say to him, but it is to you that I ought to speak. Now, this meditation practitioner, this monk, is practicing mindfulness. Now, all of a sudden he saw this flower and then he wanted to take the fragrance. And then deity said, don't, you become a thief of scent. And then the practitioner, the monk said, there are many people who are breaking the lotuses. Why don't you go and tell them, advise them, but why you came to tell that to me? And then the deity say, suppose there is a person who is very rough, very fierce, badly soiled like a nursing cloth. He deity say, I have nothing to say to him, but it is to you that I ought to speak. The meaning of this verse is that it is said that in India at that time, there were some ladies who take care of the children when the mom is working. So this lady is cuddling and taking the child to her hands and taking care about the baby. And when the baby urinate, defecate, and again when the baby is like putting saliva, the cloth is always soiled because her duty is always to take care of the child. For ourselves to understand, let's say in a kitchen when a person is always cooking, uh, can they always dress up neatly with their I mean like with their clothes? Is it almost always clean? No, it is all sometimes it's soiled. So now this deity say when a person is rough and fierce, which means killing beings, living angrily, and stealing others' property and harming others, they are like this, according to this deity, like a soiled cloth, soiled nursing cloth. I have nothing to say to him. I don't go and point to him that don't do this, don't do that. I don't say that because mind is already soiled, mind is already defiled. And then the deity say, for a person without blemish, always in quest for purity, even a mere hair's tip of evil appears as big as a cloud. Let's suppose there is a person quest for the purity. There is a person who need to get a peaceful heart, a pure heart without any bad things in the heart. For such a person, this deity say, even a very little bit of evil appears as big as a cloud. Let's say like we think and we start our meditations by thinking, okay, I will cleanse my heart. I will develop my mindfulness. I will reach to the enlightenment and I will be awakened. We have a good, like a powerful goal in our life. Now we are practicing for that. Now we are seeking for that purity. And what happens if there is a very little evil in us? How do we feel that? Oh, it's okay. It's just anger. I will take care about that. Should we think like that if we seek for the purity? No. We should see it as a big cloud. Let's say there is an anger arising. Let's say jealousness arising in the heart. Should we think, okay, it's very little, I can manage that later? No. We should see it as a big as a cloud. Oh, here, there is an opportunity in my heart to be impure. Oh, I should let go that. Okay? For such a person, for such a practitioner, even a very little evil appears as a big cloud. Sometimes I say to my friends, don't speak pointlessly. In retreat days, I say, don't speak pointlessly. Don't do gossiping. It can affect your peace of mind. But sometimes keep on like talking and talking and talking. So what happens to the mind? The mind will be again soiled. It will be impure. Okay, friends? Then the monk said this. Monk was so like pride. He was so like conceited. He said, "Oh, surely, Spirit, you understand me and you have compassion for me. Please, oh Spirit, speak to me again whenever you see such a deed." Let's suppose there is a person like a deity from the sky, they will come to us and tell us, okay, don't do that. That is, you are sniffing this lotus, it is bad, don't do that. So, what will happen to us? Oh, now this deity is giving me advices. So, how fortunate I am. So, one could be more and more pride and puffed up with conceit. Okay, I should not listen to anyone because I have these advices from this spirit helping me. Surely, Spirit, you understand me and you have compassion for me. Please, O Spirit, speak to me again whenever you see such a deed. Now, spirit is giving advices, and then this monk and the practitioner is thinking that okay, I will take this, and whenever he sees me, so I will practice according to that advice. And then the deity say, "We don't live with your support, nor are we your hired servant." Deity say, "You monk should know for yourself the way to a good destination." Good destination means awakening. We don't live with your support, nor are we your hired servant. You, bhikkhu, should know for yourself. Then who should know what is good and what is bad?
Well, shouldn't the monk know? Uh, because right now he's being advised by the deva, but
Yeah.
shouldn't the monk, if he's aware and has the right intention, shouldn't he actually understand that that might be stealing as well?
Yes. He should understand by himself that this after doing this activity, if that is bringing me regret, I should not do that. So the monk, the practitioner should know that because no one can purify another. That is how the sutta says. Now another sutta say, Buddha say, through one's own evil deeds, one is defiled. By avoiding evil deeds, one is purified. Purity or impurity entirely depends on oneself. No one can purify another. There is something called in us this wisdom, which allows us to find what should be cultivated, what should not be cultivated. Living which way bring me impure heart and living which way bring me pure heart. We have that such a wisdom, our innate human nature has such a power in us. Through one's own evil deeds one is defiled. If a person go and kill a living being, their mind and their life will be defiled. But if that person avoid that and live living beings, their mind and their life will be purified. Purity, impurity entirely depends on oneself because through the experience they can see, oh, this way it brings me regret, this way it brings me anger, but this way it doesn't bring me regret, this way it will bring me joy. Purity and purity entirely depends on oneself. No one can purify another. Let's say that I go and tell another person, don't do that, don't kill living beings. If I were to say for a person who is killing living beings, they might start to quarrel with me and come fight with me by telling like, no, it is okay to kill living beings. It doesn't have a brain. Then if I were to engage with the fight, and I will fight and I will do bad actions by my body and speech. But that person himself should know after practicing wisdom, oh, that should be avoided. Then that person will know and realize, oh, this is the purity. And I will realize this is the purity. So,
Auntie Kitty,
yeah,
in this example of the flower here,
yeah,
isn't it possible that the flower was giving away the scent and the monk was just receiving it, but the
yeah.
deity pronounced it in a certain way? So is
That's
that what
why,
you mean? Is
yeah,
that what you
that's
mean, that they decide for themselves what is good?
yeah, that's the whole point. That's
Right.
where this the deity is coming. This deity wanted to stir up the sense of urgency and to allow him to find out by himself if that should be done or not done.
Got
The
it.
deity never said in this sutta that accept what I'm saying.
Right.
He doesn't say that listen what I'm saying, but deity opening up his wisdom and is like letting him to bloom up his own wisdom to know that this is something to be practiced and this is something to be avoided,
Mhm.
and that is this power of wisdom. That is why now this monk said, okay, you have compassion for me, that's why you came to guide me, that's why you gave me this example and this advice. Now next time please come to me and let me know every time I'm doing bad things. And then there to say, no, 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 I'm not your servant, I'm not your hired servant, I'm not following you and keep on showing you this, don't do that. But you yourself should know the way to the extinguishment, to the awakening. And that is why also he gave this simile. For a person without blemish, always in quest for purity, even a mere hair's tip of evil appears as big as a cloud. That is the instruction, the most powerful instruction. Now, we ourselves as practitioners searching for a peace of mind, for a pure mind, for pure mindfulness. If there is a moment that we can get any evil thought, we should not think twice, or should I give up that? No, we should see it as big as a cloud. Oh, I should give right now. I should not abandon this. I should do it just now. But the deity say, I don't go and advise to someone who is like soiled, totally impure, because it is not, there is no goal in that person that I need to pure my heart. But if there is a person who set up such a goal, in that moment onwards, they should start to see their purity. And friends, if you can, the reason why I thought to share this one, if you can grasp this teaching correctly and according to that sutta, you can use that knowledge, that power of wisdom to let go your unskillful thoughts. We bring up this knowledge to our unskillful thoughts. Do you like to be angry? No. So what we are losing, what we don't have now, we don't have wisdom now. We need to see the thoughts as big as a cloud, angry thought. Normally we are giving excuses to our thoughts. Okay, it's just anger. if we don't have a goal, we give an excuse. It's okay, it is an anger. It will little make me little bit of like impure, but later it will be okay. We are trying to manage ourselves by anger, like being inside the anger, being in ignorance. But when we bring up this wisdom, that is why when you develop mindfulness, with that mindful observation, you can let go that unskillful thought.
Sometimes it seems like if we have an unskillful thought like anger,
Yeah.
we think that no one else can see it. So, like you said, we might be able to just, take care of it later. But that's not very authentic, right? Like I'm
You
just
know,
being honest.
you know, in some teachings, it says that you think there can be unhuman beings that they are not visible to us, but they might see our heart. Teachings say think like that.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's a wise way or unwise way, but after practicing that, we can see that it helps us to let go the angry thought.
Yeah.
Because we think, oh, it's open. Now somebody's looking at me. Now my anger is visible. Then
And
as soon
also our
as we get,
actions. Oh, sorry.
sorry, yeah, say it again.
And also our actions would be kind of
Yeah,
angry too. So it would show one way or another.
yeah. So now do you see, in our innate human nature, we have wisdom.
Yeah.
We are wise, but because of ignorance, it appears to us as we are unwise and it blocked our wisdom. Ignorance blocked our wisdom. What we are doing is that we are cleansing our heart little by little. Gradually, we are cleansing the heart to see the heart with full of wisdom so that we don't leave any thought, distracted thought. Let's say I get angry. If we investigate anger, we will see this anger is not good for me. This anger is not good for my loved ones. Then I see that anger with my wisdom. Then I won't keep that anger in my heart.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Then who cleansed me? Who cleansed me?
You yourself.
You yourself. Now you yourself know what is purity and what is impurity. Now that's your wisdom. Isn't that beautiful?
However, Bande, the bhikkhu admitted by asking, next time you tell me before I misstep. So, he admitted that he would not always be mindful, as we might not always be mindful and
Well,
wise.
no, but the good practitioner must think, I will be ever mindful.
Mhm. Okay.
Don't think, oh, okay, oh, how to do this. No. You think, I will be ever mindful. Buddha say, I don't tell you to abandon mindful any moment. I say always to be mindful. This is a big war, big battle. Let's share all our merits with all the devas. May all the devas rejoice in our merit. By the power of this merit, may all the devas attain their peace of mind. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And may all our departed relatives rejoice in our merit. By the power of this merit, may they be free from suffering. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next, we share this merit especially with the people who are suffering in Manitoba and Saskatoon because of the fire outbreak. So may they have safety and may they have all the protection by the power of this good karma. May they enjoy their life with peace, and may they always protect it, and may they attain their peace of mind. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And finally, we share all the merits with all our participants. May you also rejoice in these merits. May you attain your peace of mind. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, friends, thank you so much for joining.